Let's fight, good people. Let's fight, 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 let's fight. They didn't receive the signal, come on. Let's fight, let's fight, let's fight. Lots of folks with us this evening, folks. Wherever you beautiful folks are joining us from around the world. I just love the pitch on this new bell. Let's fight. The original ringside bell. Let's fight. Pace and power, we ready to go, folks. Let's fight, let's fight. Quite a few issues to discuss with you this evening. Pace and power. Let's fight, let's fight, let's fight, let's fight, let's fight. Bro, you joining us from this evening around the world. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button. Let me go along the road. Good to see you, folks. Pace and power, pace and power. Good to have all of you guys here with us. Wherever you guys are joining us from, share the live. Smash that emoji button. Guys, we are fired up at our end and we are ready to go. We are going to ensure that we are shared in all the right places. Guys, you don't want to be any place else this evening. You got to bear with us. A lot to get through tonight. Lots of information to get through. We just might have some folks stopping by as well. We just might have a couple of folks stopping by. Yeah, and I'm so excited about that. I don't even want to call a name just yet. I don't want to say anything in a braggadocious way, folks. But we got quite a few interesting people, fascinating people stopping by. One Edghill and social cohesion, folks. Them boys sugar down, you know. I want y'all know them boys sugar down. I hate to keep ministers waiting, you know. I know some of them in the National Assembly, some of them home. They're watching. They're in the ring with us. They're in the ring on taxpayers' dollars. We can take what we could get. Share the live, folks, and smash that emoji button as well. We are fired up at this end, guys, and we are ready to go. And we trust that you folks are as well. We want to waste too much more. Got some fascinating people stopping by, and I'm so excited that they're with us tonight. Every night should be like tonight. It's fight night, guys. It's Monday, and it's fight night. Share the damn live. Smash that emoji button. I hope I got a bell in some people's chat tonight. Pace and power, we coming down, folks. Good to see so many of you joining us from around the world. Welcome in the ring. Those of you who are joining us via Twitter, those of you who are joining us via Facebook, those of you who are joining us via YouTube, our tubers, LinkedIn, of course, folks, we welcome each and every one of you. Wherever you guys are joining us from, welcome in the ring. Share the live. I already see somebody who's dropping by in our virtual studio already, and I'm fired up. I know the person's fired up as well and ready to go. I'm ready to get to it, folks. Don't want to waste too much time at all this evening. At all. Even part of my card is showing. We don't want that at all. We don't want that at all. Pace and power. Some of y'all fast. Y'all want to see everything. Every living thing y'all want to see. Huh? Every little thing. Let me adjust it quickly. Pace and power, folks. Boots on the ground. We're not backing down. That's how we do it. Pace and power. Making sure we are put together, folks. We're fired up and we are ready to go. And let me just head to the fight card quick before I invite my guys, the folks who might be stopping by. A couple of folks might be stopping by. I'm going to invite them quite sure. Let me find my bearing, folks. I'm so excited tonight. Fired up and ready to go. We're going to touch a couple issues. We're going to talk to a couple of folks, and then we're going to touch some more issues on the back end of that. So don't go nowhere, people. I promise you. Don't go nowhere. Look at where we're starting. From around the world, folks. From around the world. Welcome in the ring. Welcome. Look where we're starting. First and foremost. Believe it or not, Colombia had an election last week, in the last few couple of days, and they have elected a former rebel. So you all know they got hope for me. A former rebel, Gustavo Petro, is the new president of Colombia. They say it's the first leftist president of Colombia, Gustavo Petro. You know, if they can elect a former rebel, they got hope for some of us. Yep. They still got hope for me. They got hope for my guests. Definitely, they got hope for them. Because we all rebel in our own rights, right? We're all rebels and we're all right. Who vex lose? Pace and power. Going down the road, folks, going down the road. Look what else we're tracking. It was election weekend. It was certainly an election weekend. We're coming closer to home now. Around the region, folks. And this is in Kitts and Nevis. Y'all know we're tracking our boy. Timothy Harris from St. Vincent, St. Kitts and Nevis. And we want to say congratulations to the opposition in St. Kitts and Nevis, because they have elected the petitions and the Nevisians. They have elected a new prime minister, and he is Terence Drew. Terence Drew says, pace and power. We want to congratulate the incoming administration there in St. Kitts and Nevis. And we know that Timothy Harris had a little trouble. You remember the fire sales bill from the cabinet? They were trying to move a no confidence motion against him, and he tried to get rid of them, trying to do a little reshuffle there. But it seems to be a little too late, a little too much, a little too late. And there's a new government in St. Kitts and Nevis. Folks, we're going to be following this. And as we have more information for you guys, we're going to let you know more on this one. But congratulations to the incoming team there in St. Kitts and Nevis. Folks, pace and power. Thousands of you are watching. Share the damn live now. Smash the emoji button now. And let me go down the road. Pace and power. Look what you're following. On the home front, I tell you. I see far. Pace and power. This on the home front. Aubrey Norton, leader of the People's National Congress Reform, leader of the opposition as well. Told his party comrades over the weekend they had the General Council, second for 2022. Going to election campaign mode. Pace and power. Go into election campaign mode. That's how we do. We read this is headshots, body blows, anything goes, folks. Campaign mode it is, and you know we got a lot of work to do. So when we say boots on the ground, we hope that you folks know what boots on the ground mean, and we ain't playing because it's belly and chest. You know, John Abrams, Alison Morris, Hazelyn King, Eva Stanton, Shondell Moses, Mortimer Timothy Reynolds, Yolanda, pace and power, boots on the ground. Go into election mode. Ringsiders, we in election mode. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button. Going down the road, folks, we are in election mode. And while Mr. Norton was talking about that, our very own Member of Parliament, Ganesh Maipal, Ganesh was talking about the high cost of living. It's biting we. They're biting us in all angles, folks. It is biting us. The cost of living, Father have mercy. Everything gone up. Every single thing gone up. Look, story here. So Ganesh over the weekend was talking to us about some of the price. Matter of fact, he wasn't talking to we. He was talking to your friend Priya. Yes, you trench crappos and jagabats. He was talking to you. He talked Priya. He said, Priya, oh, we got to live. Look at the prices. What is meager 30,000 going to do? And you all know soon as them people here, uniform grand give out, prices gone up even more out. He said, Priya, we got to eat. We got to eat. And he was pointing out to the jagabats where costs have gone. My guess, look what things gone. And then we have a goal. Under the last administration was $400. It's $600 now. Right? And this, I think, is the 2 kg pack. How they looking for y'all? Ashley promised economic dynamism. Is that what he promised? Yes, economic dynamism. What did we get? High prices. We like this economic dynamism. We like how it's looking. So sugar was 400 for a little pack. Now it's 6. Shallot. Shallot depends on which school you went to. You might say Eshallot. Shallot was 160. Now Shallot is Mr. Shallot. 300. Y'all send me back to King Street. Huh? Y'all send me back in my old age on King Street. Look, salary 180. It used to be under the last government. It's 360 now. Y'all know this old body won't fetch much on King Street. 1 pound cassava was 140. Now pound cassava is 360. You got to buy cassava now in installments. Look what he says. He was saying, we got to eat. 30,000 can't do nothing. You understand me? 30,000 can't. Everything got up. Soaring cost of living. This is where we are, folks. Under this regime. This is where we are. Look, as we there. As we there, we got to eat. You know, it's only them boys want to eat the bread, you know. They don't want to eat the bread. Look, story here now. This is the last budgets. Over the last few years. Look, in 5 years, Apne FC spent $1.2 trillion. 1.2 in 5 years. Every year from that little bit. Public servants got raised in salary. Every year, road are fixing. Drains are doing. Bridges were building. Folks, what happening now? The road pothole. The man, look, folks are coming down to something. Are coming down to Edghill. Hold on. Every year, things were going up. Yeah, they know the good life you had. Now when y'all look back, folks, now that you're by the rivers of Babylon, now y'all sit down and y'all weeping when you remember Zion. Folks, when you look back, you could see, look, now them boys done spending 2 years. 1.2 trillion. What we spend in 5 years, and things are nice. Things are looking up. Things are coming to come. Them boys done spend 1.2. You can't even find sugar in the market. You cannot even find sugar in the market. And then boys done spend 1.2. Huh? 2 trillion, you know, not billion, trillion in just under 2 years. Look at it, it's right in front of you. Huh? Who spent this money better? That's why you want to ask y'all. Where the money going? The PPP spent 1.2 trillion in 2 years already. Where the money going? Everybody broke. Everybody face hard. Don't take we word for it. Hold on. Come back. We'll come again. Don't take we word for it. Them boys by Daily News. Bust strong by the market. We there. We spot them. We say, look, this jackabout's coming. They're going pushing some mic in people's face. Hoping they can say now, they get the little, the vendors that is. Oh, the government giving out this. Everybody shopping, this and that. No. Big uncle, let them have it. Plain as day. Folks, look what is happening in our country. Look for yourself. We ain't prep nobody. As a matter of fact, we took it from them boys. It's dating. They had a man in the street. They got around asking, how things going? Big uncle, how things looking up by you? Hoping they get some good news. This is the stuff they want come, you know. All they want is positive. Everything nice. People shopping. The status quo remains. At least the best president. No. Hear what Big Uncle saying. Here, listen to Big Uncle. Yelling things. Price got up. Look how APNU AFC spent $1.2 trillion. Every year, public servants got an increase. Listen to Big Uncle. But the money going on to them boys. Listen to Big Uncle. He's a vendor. Listen to him in his own words.
Everything up, man.
Everything is up.
All prices up.
Okay, I see you have dry goods here. You're selling thing like soap.
And we'll come again. Let me take it from the top.
Everything up, man.
Everything is up.
All prices up.
Okay, I see you have dry goods here. You're selling thing like soap powder and so forth. But the response to these to the market, has it been good? Of course, in the shopping.
People are they're shopping, but that's how you shop. The sales cut a bit.
The sales drop a bit.
But sell people buy.
And what measures do you think the government should implement to take the price down a bit?
Well, I feel if the price can't come down, regardless of worldwide, I feel the government should raise salary.
Raise the salaries.
Yeah, and people can't afford it.
Or do you think that removing some of the taxes on the imports of these things might help instead of raising salaries?
I think that makes sense. That for certain kind of people don't gain from them.
Okay.
Generally, people's salary do increase, private and public sector workers.
Okay.
And increase big too. Because most of these items rates go double. Some more.
What is big? How much do you think they should get?
I think 100% increase for it.
100%?
Yes.
Everybody?
And I think they can afford that. Yeah. We get a lot of real money now. If you got to change the contract in the paper, you make a stand to change the contract. And you promise in the manifesto, you're going to change the contract. You know, vice versa. Change the contract if you got to do it for the whole aisle. People need money. And even though the contract you got now, you got money, could give the people good increase.
Okay.
If not 100, you could make 50 at least money. If people need money, people come and scratch their head when they go buy, they can't buy. You know?
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yep. People scratching their head. Folks, let us know if you're getting the audio loud and clear. That's what Big Uncle said. When people come to buy, they're scratching their head. Scratching their head. Folks, look what the 1.2 trillion do over the last 5 years. Very quickly, folks. National budget. Look how much went to Gaisuko. National budget in 2020 was 329 billion. They gave Gaisuko 5 billion. That's September of 2020. By December of 2020, they had a supplementary budget of 17.4 billion. They gave Gaisuko 4 billion. How are they looking for we? The big old Gaisuko taking everything. In 2021, they had a national budget in February. 363 billion. 383 billion. Biggest ever. Gaisuko take 2 billion. By June of 2021, Gaisuko, they had a supplementary budget of 21 billion. Gaisuko 1.5. December 2021, they had a budget, they had a supplementary budget for 26 billion. They gave Gaisuko 5.1. Folks, where the money going in this country? Look at all these billions. The National Assembly giving these jagabats. Where this money going? This year, February budget was 552.9 billion. The biggest ever. Gaisuko gets 6 billion, folks. 6 billion. Where all this money going in this country? Eh? Where all this money going on in these jagabats and trench crappers? Where it going? That's what you want to know. Eh? And for all this money, an entity like Gaisuko, for instance, get in. Huh? Gaisuko had a target for the Iflot estate for 4,000 tons of sugar. Metric tons, 4,000 metric tons. You know how much Iflot produce? 66 tons. 66. Overall for the first quarter this year, Gaisuko was supposed to produce 20,000 metric tons. They produced 13. Where the money going under the PPP? That's why you want to know where the money going. Where the money going. And in addition, the National Assembly give them 1.2 trillion. This is what they get now for the Natural Resource Fund. Oh, Father. Guys, look like them Venezuelan prostitutes. Here's more money, more money, more money. You got to keep giving out. Them boys know what they're talking about in the boardroom there. It's more money you give the Venezuelan prostitutes. Is it more than one? Look, story here. The horse got to live. I ain't saying it. Teach his own. We take out 41.8 billion out of the Natural Resource Fund just in July. And prior to that, we take another 40 billion out. What did PPP do with money? How can we punish him under them boys? And look, story here now. Just today, them boys went to the National Assembly for another $44.7 billion. $44.7 billion just today in the National Assembly. And look how much going to guys to go. 3.4 billion going to the Venezuelans. To each his own. What is government spending money on? Because public servants are no better off. This vendor in the market clearly ain't better off. I ain't better off. I lose my hair by the day. My teeth falling out. My jawbone showing. My collarbone showing. Things tight in this country, folks. What them boys doing with money? That's why you want to know. And that's why I want me guest answer this evening. What them boys do with money? Folks, without further ado, Foreign Minister of Infrastructure, I know what he did with money. Me know what Edghill do with money. Foreign Minister of Infrastructure, David Patterson is in the ring. Former Minister of Housing, Annette Ferguson is in the ring. Pace and power, boots on the ground. Next, don't come wrong, we funny. We talking things. Sir, welcome. Welcome.
Hey, Sharad, good afternoon. Welcome to you and your guests.
Good to have you here. Good to have you here. And of course, we have the one and only Annette Ferguson is with us. How you folks doing? What to do with money? That's what we want to know. What to do with money?
I want to know too, I want to know because, of course, people scratching their head. I scratching my head whole day. I get them beard. Great.
That's what big uncle said. People come for buying, they're scratching their head.
Things tight, real tight.
My Lord.
You wish the West Indies bowlers could have bowled like that, but they tight. They'd win every match.
Yep, definitely. Talk to us, folks. Talk to us. What's that? Make sense of this thing for the people in this country.
Sharad? In the biggest ever budget, $54,564
$52.9. Yep.
$1 billion. They tell you that, and they're doing all these things, and they tell you they're spending it, and they're giving us a greater life than there was. Because of course we give the good life. Yeah. So they got to better that they're giving us a greater life. And boy, I don't know. They said they take off 200 taxes. They take off this, they take off that, they take off that. Well, I don't know what they do with the taxes that they take off, boy. Got to put it on somewhere else because every single thing, like the big uncle said, gone up. Yep.
They even told us they bring you might know the tax better. It's in the consumption tax and gasoline right down to zero. They said there's no more fiscal space to go any lower. Any lower is just hand it out free now. But still, the gas price high. My God.
Exactly. I am telling you, every single thing. We gotta go back to all wood stoves and those things like that because it can't afford a single thing these days. Look, these guys have not a clue. They're just a pure bluffs. And they sit down and they bluff and they come and tell you all these nice things. And of course, just like the clip you show, the people are seeing though, definitely, they went today for $44 billion. There's almost like 10% in 6 months. Budget passed in February. Yeah. And I'll talk about that. And in August, they come back for another $44 billion. Not a single cent for public servant.
Yeah.
Not a single cent for teachers, nurses, policemen, everybody. Not a single cent. All this money here is they're telling you to do is some all sort of strange things. And they said how they're doing cost of living in cost of living. They're not helping anything. All they're doing is just simply taking the money, raiding it, and giving a man named Sue. Yeah, that's it. Because it's only Sue benefiting him.
So
All the
got all the
projects they're
support.
talking about.
Yeah, and all the agreements. You know,
Yeah,
to see what's happening. It's quite
so
tragic.
where every year smile today, he's smiling today
Money
because
got for
all
Mac.
this money just
That's
going
what
to
Sue's
him.
saying. Money got for Mac. Folks,
Money got for
look.
Mac, why? Money got for Mac.
You all know our maths little thingish, right? But we've been doing some additions. The Apno AFC spent 1.2 trillion in 5 years. And we not that money. We not that money to bank on it all. The inflation rate was under zero when we left office. Was 0.9, I think it was. Under zero. Now the inflation rate is over 5%, probably touching 10 by now, with the way the costs going in the marketplace. Public servants got a raise in salary every living year.
Yeah.
Every year.
So,
Right?
so
David, you
Sharon,
were doing roads, Wild West, and bridges and infrastructure in this country. Right?
so
What am
Sharon,
I
you would have
doing?
thought that we would have thought that you're coming now with $44 billion today, at least half year. Pay the public servants an interim 10% in it, $44 billion. Because the truth is, they haven't spent half the money that they have gotten already, right? Obviously, they could have given out that $44 billion, they could have given the public servants 10% increase. They could have paid half, reduce the tuition UG fees by 50% with that money. They could have free. You know what I mean? I've been advocating this. They could make the toll at you want to help the people at the Demerara Harbour Bridge and the Burbage Harbour Bridge. You could have made that free so that people could cross free, ease the living, and then you could subsidize gas prices. You could then pay for school children to go. All of that would be covered in half of this $44 billion. I mean, talking about the whole big thing, half of the $44 billion we have today, you could have done things to really impact people. You could have given all the people that they made pay $4 million for houses and $2 million for, and I could tell you, you could have given them half their money back with that same $44 billion. But what did they do with it? Guys, Suko.
Yep.
$3.4 billion. They give Edghill, and I'll talk about that after they give $3 billion for roads. I'll tell you what they've done so far, because in the budget of 2020, they got $98 billion. $98 billion they got in budget 2020. Out of that, they're the biggest ever allocation. And you know how much they spent up to the end of July? This is parliamentary finance. $18 billion alone.
Wow.
$8 billion. They spent
Wow.
$18 billion, which means they have $70 billion in the kitty, and they came for another 3 today. You know what's happening and what will happen. Because for the last 6 months, 7 months, they've only been able to spend $3 billion per month. That's
money got for Mac.
Money after Mac. With this new $3 billion, they'll have to spend $14 billion a month. And you know what else? Run-ins. Run-ins.
Nice time for them, boys.
And yes, anybody in the cake shop, the barber shop man, the cake shop man, the reader man, the gardener, Edghill gardener, Indar friend, auntie, uncle, everybody get $2 billion contract just to help spend this money. That's spent $14.6 billion in the next 5 months to spend out the money that they have now. Came for more. And people tell you, and I mean, they build a road in Thomas Land and break up already. They're going to build it back again, you know. This is exactly what it is. They're throwing good money off of stupid projects.
Yep. And they talk to us, lay it out for us, Alan. What happened in this economy under these boys? 44 point something billion just today, guys. To go with 3.4 billion more for sales. Sugar shortage. Wow. Sugar shortage says.
You're muted on it.
All right, we're not getting Annette. Annette, maybe you want to sign it and sign in back. David, go right ahead.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is what we have. We have a government that has a lot of money. No matter what you mean, the oil, however we criticize the oil contract, they have a lot of money. They are doing what they've gone back to the exact same position they were in 2015, feeding at the trough. Friends, families, and favorites. You know what I mean? You're hearing all sort of persons, race car drivers getting road contracts, you know what I mean? All sort of persons getting road contracts now. all sort of persons getting all manner of contracts. There's impressions. Starbucks News has been complaining, impressions getting all the work, nobody else. That's how all our money is going. And they
All the
have
support.
not done a single thing for the poor man. Because they believe if you stay poor, if you're poor, stay poor. You gotta get white mouth on both sides of your mouth for them to thing. Left side, wipe it off and those things like that. That's what this government is. However, all they're talking about, and the only thing they can talk about is who shake who hand. Who can shake who hand. That's their biggest complaint they got. Aubrey Norton and shake their hand.
And the real
Well, yeah,
bread and
if
butter
you shake
is
some, we hand
including
with
them.
some money and bless we hand with some money, you know what I mean? All know everybody palm itching. You know, maybe they could do these things, but no, that's all they're doing. And then they get a letter writers. They, you know, I mean, the Kit Nascimentos and those things that said he served 5 or 6 different presidents to write about handshake. He didn't think about the poor sleeper cleaner that can't
No.
you
How
gotta
we
make a
can think
decision
about
if you can
them?
eat once or twice a day. Only one time, and which meal to give our children, breakfast or dinner. You can't eat lunch too long. He wouldn't write a thing about that. Bread is buttered. He wouldn't write a single thing about that. You write without Aubrey Norton, no shake somebody hand.
Yeah.
He wouldn't
And he's
even write
writing from
about
his island, retreating the Essequibo River.
exactly. They wouldn't write. He hasn't written. You notice all these guys. I want people to know how these guys come and jump down on the opposition. Not a single word from that bastion of correctness when Jack Dio got Sue in his in the living room.
Yeah, quite then.
Not a single word about that. But he writes, oh gosh, how Aubrey Norton is bad because he shake a man hand.
Yeah, he mind them handshakes in Pradoville too, with investors and so on.
When Jack Dio was shaking Sue and the undercover vice media man and said, oh, we arranging everything. He didn't write a single word. So y'all don't be, folks, don't you ever get distracted by these commentators that come and tell you about what's right and what's wrong and those things like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They bread, butter on both sides, and then they put margarine, they put peanut butter and everything like that. Until when they chew, they got drink because they gains. But they'll come and lecture you about what's right, what's wrong, and what ex-presidents didn't do and ex-presidents didn't do.
Yeah, we pay tuition and we want to hear them.
Yeah.
Annette, welcome back.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sherrod, David. A pleasant evening. It's happy to share the platform with you, and also to our listeners and viewers on social media land. Look, I'm really happy to be here, and I will tell it as it is.
Talk to us.
The economy under the People's Progressive Party Civic, I can only describe it as ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This government has no heart. They're heartless. They don't care about the ordinary Guyanese citizen. I heard you ask David earlier what he makes of the economy, or what he makes, or where the money is going. You know where the monies are going?
Tell us.
It's going on. You drive the Dub Site Road. That's where the money is going, in infrastructure. You got several different contractors operating out there. Where else is the money going? The money is also going in building of hotels. I guess during the building expo, Guyanese were all enticed about the huge fancy hotels to come on street.
We can't stay in.
You go down, you take a drive down the new road. I know you would normally refer to it as the Jumbie Road. See what is happening on the southeastern section of those lands there.
If you could pass on it.
Huge equipment currently on lands, degrading the lands, sand filling the lands. So you got a big depiction there of the hotel that is to come. Where else the money's going? The monies are going in the People's Progressive Party civic pockets to their friends, their families, and their favorites. Don't let us make no bones about this or try to polish it. while the ordinary citizens continue to suffer in this country. Every day, people are writing about the high cost of living. Every day, we see prices going up in the market. Just yesterday, I was in the market. You know what a pound for tomato? $700 a pound. Those
Wow.
are produce grown right here. You
Now
know
the
what a
tomato on your body only now.
2 pounds of 2 pounds of okra, $300. A bunch of you're getting a little small bunch of bora for 600 Ghanaian dollars. Now tell me, friends, tell me, my colleagues, how the average Guyanese, a
Yeah,
man, a wife with 2 children, really making out if they
yeah,
got to survive on $100,000 a month, or
yeah.
not even $100,000,
And that's what Big Uncle said.
$7,000
That
a
that
month.
is what the vendor said. When people come to buy, they're scratching their head. They don't know how
Exactly.
to make $1 out of 15 cents. You miss,
No.
you miss like this.
Yes, and where else the money is going? The money is going in a black hole,
Yeah,
dead industry called the
yeah,
Gaisuku.
yeah.
I hear it about some 3 point something billion approved, but
3.4 billion today.
according to the financial paper that I have before me here, I see it marked $1.4 billion, $1.43 billion provision of additional resources to support for the sugar industry. But now
Gonna
you're
take a little
saying,
more.
well, perhaps I don't know what
It's
happened here.
3.4, yeah,
So
3.4 on it.
so $3.4 billion. Now tell me, you already give Gaisuku for the year. In February, just
Yep.
less than 7 months, you've given this entity $4 billion. And you know what hurts? We are not seeing the results, because if
Correct.
you're pouring
Correct.
monies into an economy or into a project, by right, you're supposed to see, the end result of it. But
Yeah.
all we keep hearing is Rosignol is currently being retooled or revitalized, the
Yeah.
common words that they
Yeah.
that they like to use. I
Yeah.
heard during the consideration of the paper today a question, because they're asking themselves the questions. A question was asked,
The
oh,
first sentence that you ask yourself,
well,
that's right.
yeah. How many persons to date have been employed at the Rosignol, at the Rose
Rose
Hall,
Hall. Rose Hall.
the Rose
Yeah.
Hall entity there?
Estate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
estate. Out of 1,000, apparently the target number is 1,000. But thus far, they have employed 692
Yeah.
persons thus far.
Yeah.
I find that strange, because how is
For a
it
sugar estate, that's an open back.
exactly? How is it that you employing and still you're trying to retool and re-equip or revitalize
Yeah.
the industry? So
Yeah.
what are these 692 people really doing?
When?
What
On a
are
day
they
that we
doing?
paid every month.
As you know,
We paid
Annette,
every
as
month.
you know, as you know, the thing is, so all workers are made equal, but some
But
workers are
some.
more equal than others.
Equal and others.
So
So
Exactly.
this
those
is
are
a
the more
business
equal. You,
that
let,
ain't open, but
listen,
but
let
you
me tell
employ
you.
600 plus staff getting paid,
E-
but you ain't sell a pound of
exactly.
sugar. You even
Yes,
produce that
but
pound of sugar.
yes,
Exactly.
the people that be importing sugar now, Jared. So what you mean
Yeah.
instead of pound of sugar? The
Yeah.
first time
And
we've
then
been doing, Guyana's been producing sugar for almost 350 years. First, it started off with slavery and indentured slavery. And the first time in Guyana's history, you hear that the reason sugar is short is because they have sugar
Sugar
smuggling.
smuggling.
First time in the history in
it's
350
sugar down, there's sugar
years,
down.
sugar is short and
There's
people
sugar down.
smuggling sugar out of Guyana.
Right?
First
When
time.
you look
And
at
when people
CAC,
think
sugar down.
we read it, ever. 350 years, you never ever smuggled sugar out to Guyana
Yeah.
before. Only
Yeah.
since the PP come
But
back.
David, in
Since the
addition to
PP come
that,
back, we start smuggling
I
sugar.
we heard something fascinating recently. They closed down the packaging plant at Enmore, which probably is responsible for the shortage of sugar too. They closed down the packaging plant, sell it out to friends, family, and favorites, and then they said they're moving it now to Skeldon or someplace. But to move it is 2 point something billion.
4 billion in all. 4 billion now. 400 this year. Yeah, you know
Money
me.
got come back.
Yeah.
They close it down, but they're
Money
moving
got
it.
to make money
And to
got to
move
make
it,
us.
might as well have just left everything right there to rot and open a new one for 4 point something billion.
Yeah.
But Sherrod, while money got to make for some people,
Yeah.
as David rightfully said, some people are more equal than
Yeah.
others.
Animal Farm, George Orwell.
The public servants continue to toil each and every day to make
Correct.
this administration looks
Correct.
good. Even in the night, I heard that they got workers working at the Demerara Harbor Bridge. They got a night shift because they
Yeah.
normally do the
Nurses,
retractor at night and
doctors.
all kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it seems as though, despite the calls from the opposition to increase the public servant salary at least 10%
Yeah.
in this current state of our economy, this government should have sit with us and decide, well, look, this
Yeah.
is what for on a medium term or a short term, this is what we will do for
Yeah.
public servants. Now, nothing. Budget 552.9 billion passed in February. Zinc for the public servants.
Yeah.
Now you got this
Technically, your chest.
supplementary paper for 44 billion and change. Zinc for the public servants, but still yet, Gaisuku continues to benefit at every level, whether at a normal budget or during supplementary provisions. And it is unfair. It is
Correct.
totally unfair.
Correct.
And we got to keep exposing this government for the inequalities and their unfair treatment against Guyanese. Look, I don't have any problem with the Amerindians. I don't have any problems with the Amerindians. Just a couple of weeks ago, Irfan went to the Two Shows conference and boldly announced, without any proposals before him, that he's going to give the Amerindians $3 billion. Now tell me, Amerindians have been enjoying and reaping each and every single time from the government offers, from taxpayers' money. Now you're giving them a further $3 billion. Again, nothing for the public servants.
Yeah.
And the public
That's
servants
the real
as
issue
equal
there.
as
Yeah.
the sugar workers and
Yeah.
the indigenous people. Oh man, you're talking about one Guyana. You
Yeah.
talking about one Guyana, but the motto speaks to one people, one nation, one destiny. So
Yeah.
why discriminate against a few for what?
Well, I hope they listen to the
Sherrod,
American show.
Sherrod,
Yeah, go
Sherrod,
ahead, David.
no, you got to break this thing down a little bit finer, because when you hear myself and at yourself and everybody asking for a 10% increase to public service, literally a 10% increase for the person, the minimum wage is $70,000. It's only $7,000 a month you're asking for. And the way prices are going, the way prices are escalating,
Inflation probably done eat out already.
$7,000 disappears.
Yeah.
But we're saying to others, at least start something, at least. And you know what the PPP has the gall to get up and say? Write in the papers that public service prefer to wait, suffer all year, suck salt all year, because at the end of the year, they give them a 5% back pay bonus.
Well, by time year end, and inflation is 10 or 11%.
Yeah, but they give them a increase. Like last time, they give them a 5%, and you work out like $60,000 in one lump sum you get. But people got to remember why they do this. Why they do this? Because who benefits? Because Christmas time, Guyanese are loved. So when you give a public servant a lump sum of back pay money, all of it goes back into their friends and family businesses. Because who owns the shops, who owns the grocery stores, who owns the paint shops, the lumber yards and those things like that. So you suffer all year, and you want to start the next year in a slightly better position. So you take the money, buy something for your children, and you buy it from their friends. So it's a deliberate ploy to give you this money at the year end. You go back and you spend all of it, because you have bills you got to pay off. You spend all of it on your friends, family. They don't give you the opportunity now to give it now, like take it now so you could plan and save and those things like that. So it's a deliberate ploy, but they have the gall to get up and say that publicly.
Yep.
Like if our public servants would love to be suffering now, waiting for Christmas for Santa Claus, but no.
Delayed suffering.
Delayed suffering.
Yeah,
That's what are we telling the Guyanese people this evening? The pass is for $4 billion, but nothing coming for you, really and truly. Nothing coming for the Guyanese people. Next time for
let us debunk another
next time
myth.
for next time for Guyanese.
Let us debunk another myth on your. Sorry, Anna, just one final point before I begin. they will tell you they pass a local content bill. Ask all your viewers, you know what I mean? I know you got 100,000 persons looking here. Which of them, which one of them has benefit from 1 penny from the local content bill?
But that's what
Absolutely
Timothy Tucker was
nobody.
crying out just last week, David. Head
Not
of the
a
GCCI
single
crying out.
Yes, I know.
He
Even
said the
the
bunching
contract
or the
bundling.
something like that of the contracts.
Not a single Guyanese normal man, me, you know what I mean? You talk your past local content bill, you talk all the billions of dollars going through that we know, ordinary folks like us, will be able, not a single one of us have been able to bend. But they will
Yeah.
get up and boast and go around the world and say, oh, we have a local content bill. Not for us. Local is not local, I mean we, you know.
Guyanese.
It mean we Guyanese.
Yeah.
Local mean people who's
But the
being there,
bundling is done.
who's be with them every day. Them is the local people they pass it for.
Yeah. Well, when the business people like Timothy and them crying out, what is to become the rest of the week?
Yeah, but exactly. And they're the champions of this local content. And they made it, and they make Guyanese feel.
Yeah. But David, is that what we told them in December? Whole put this thing in the select committee. Let me study some more. No. Them boys want to ram it down with throat. Suspend 8 of us for trying to hold it back. Now they're crying out. It's mad.
So you must do in the ring poll, Sharon, and find out how many of your viewers have benefited 1 iota if from the local content bill, if they get a salary increase, if the company they're working with win a contract because of local content, and if so, if any of the money passed along to them, you find out that they're like the same companies that were winning before, winning now, sucks out for everybody else.
Two and passing them no contract.
Yes, but indeed, but I want to bring back the focus to the supplementary paper that was actually considered today. And I need for your viewers and listeners to understand this is additional monies being sought from the consolidated funds. First of all, they would have they withdrew in excess of 400 million today from the NRF, the Natural Resource Fund, US, which is a conversion of close to 84 billion Guyana dollars. What they did, they now commingle that money into the consolidated funds. So you cannot really trace what is $84 billion is going. How much percentage of this 84 billion is going to infrastructural development? How much is going to other projects that they may have coming on stream? Now they came to the National Assembly with this financial paper, asking for an additional $44 billion plus dollars.
Correct.
But what's supposed to happen? What's supposed to happen when the finance minister lays a supplementary paper? He has to comply with what is set out in section 24.4 of the Fiscal Management and Accountability Act. That is quite clear. And this is what section 24.4 says. The minister, when introducing a supplementary appropriation bill, shall present to the National Assembly the reasons for the proposed variations and provide a supplementary document describing the impact that the variations, if approved, will have on the financial plan outlined in the national budget. All that Mr. Ashley Singh did today was stand up in the National Assembly and presented to the National Assembly that in accordance with 170 or 171 of the Constitution, Cabinet would have approved this $44 billion supplementary provision. So what was even laughable or comical is that you had ministers, because I guess this paper here, this $44 billion that they're asking for, this had to be discussed at the level of Cabinet. Edghill would have had to say to his colleagues here, I want $3 billion to do miscellaneous roads.
He didn't even spend the same thing.
Exactly. And he would have had to itemize it before his cabinet members. Well, this $3 billion going to take care of how much roads in Region 4. It's going to take care of so much roads in Region 2. and across the
And
region.
then that's how a proper
Today,
government is operating. A proper government.
nothing. So you
If
had to
everyone could go to the housing expo and just surprise the finance minister and say, a sling of cement for everybody, steel for everybody, they can go to cabinet and say how they do it X, Y, or Z. That's how a proper function government is operating. Not catfish people.
Exactly. Guyana is in serious trouble.
Not catfish people. No, they're
Guyana
not
is
operating
in
like that.
serious trouble, and we have an administration that lacks competence. They lack even professionalism when it comes to project management and project implementation. We would have seen all the roads that they would have done so far starts to show its ugly
Yeah.
head because
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
poor project implementation.
Yeah.
Back. Money got for make, girl. Money got
Money
for
got
make.
for me. Folks, we will have to leave it there this evening. But don't be strangers. Please and thank you.
All right, good man,
Welcome.
Sherrod. Thank
Good
you for
night.
having us, man.
All
Anytime.
right. All right. That's it from that end, folks. But don't go nowhere yet. We still got some things to talk about them, boys. We still got a couple things to talk with them, boys. Them jagabats, trench crappos, yeah? Jumpy birds, carrying crows, tadpoles, and crickets. We still got a couple things to talk. Who's sharing the damn life? We got a couple things to talk with them before we go. Because as my guest was talking, folks, it's a bunch of nonsense to do, you know. You hear Annette articulate how Ashley transgressing the law. He ain't stating no reasons why they want this supplemental 44 billion, and them boys think, just like pocket change. It's lunch them boys going to 44 billion. Why you need reasons? Why you want to spend this little petty cash here? Yeah? It's only 44 billion. Why you want reasons? The law? What them the law? Look story here. Yeah? You know who them calling? Debbie Prasad. Debbie Prasad, yes. Y'all know the name Debbie Prasad? Yes. This shit's from the Ministry of Labor. This is a woman who like install IMCs. Right? Well, she tried to fire Trevor Ben for some frivolous reason. Debbie name calling, and then I can tell you some more about them jagabas and trench capo. But the Chief Justice says none of it. Just like how the Chief Justice can tell Ashley Singh, none of it. Don't come wrong with funny. Debbie, well, the court just handed down the High Court. Roxanne George Wilshire, Chief Justice. She said, Debbie, what you do that's nonsense. What you did there is total confunction nonsense, Debbie. You have transgressed a lot of laws, constitutional breaches, the first of which is the man's right to natural justice, a right to be heard. You hear one thing and you suggest the man's a criminal. You hear there's a criminal case in the court. You jury, judge, execution, everybody. You say the man guilty is a criminal and you want to fight. Right? All of that is what the Chief Justice said just today. Right? You think these folks easy? You think they're easy? Among the other things, the High Court said, among the breaches Debbie Prasad committed, failure to conduct a full and proper investigation. Failure to conduct, this is Debbie Prasad, she's the Chief Cooperative Development Officer at the Ministry of Labor there, CCDO. This is the hottest woman for this administration. They won't fire anybody, they want to install an IMC like in Linden, like by the credit union, the Public Service Cooperative Credit Union. They send Debbie. But the Chief Justice says, Debbie, breaks up, roll them back. Yeah, no, Anila wear nothing. Anila wear nothing yet before the High Court. And this is another case to lose. Debbie Prasad, you were wrong. You see? But we tell you, y'all don't believe y'all want the High Court tell y'all. So go down nicely. Same thing. Ferguson just saying, Anna just saying. They're trying to ride roughshod, and then they can come and they're going to come and say, oh, he's the protector, the custodian of the Constitution, these scamps.
CCJ.
Right? Go down the line. Go down the line, Debbie. But look story here now. Look story. I can ask a quick comment as I still got David with me. Look story here now. We tell y'all. I want to put a bell in some of y'all chest. We tell y'all. Look story here now. We tell y'all, but them boys. But see when I deal with friends, family, and favorite. All right? Credible evidence. HJ school at Bamia stall. This construction work stall. The construction work stall. We hear every day. The consultants meeting is meeting upon meeting upon meetings upon meetings. The school stall up, breaks up. The school stall up.
Sherrod, you know that you know that was always going to happen. We all know that. And folks, you got to remember they say, you know, when that school fails, you know what they can turn and say? It's one of y'all alone we help out, you know.
Yep.
They say it's a Linden company. We give this time.
Uh-huh.
The guys are good. They're very, very good at promoting party and Juve
Oh
and
yes.
rub down
Oh
stuff.
yes. I can see them training
Yeah, and
in that school. 100 shop. Money dump up.
Molly down, sugar down. Why
I can see that.
they going to build schools
Yep.
where your children, you know they're building Bamia, which is out of Linden. I don't know if your people know Bamia is out of Linden.
Yep.
If they want people that is do shows to build a school, send them to Blaymont, Port Morant, Skeldon, Bar Settlement. Why they gonna let them go and experiment where you're gonna put your children that you working hard to? Why are they gonna do that? If they want to get them a break, give them a break in Region 6. Send them there.
Correct
Send
is
them
right. Correct is right.
Why are they going in Bami in Region 10 and give some men to learn that only know to do parties and sports and they do nice party and sports, Miss Jam Zone and so forth.
Yeah, true,
Why
true.
are they going to learn on our
Think what you
children?
know.
Yeah, so they're learning on our children.
And that's why we start
schooling and said, you know what? We give one of y'all a break and look where it happened.
Start up now. Start up now.
Somewhere else.
Thanks very much, David.
You know what's gonna happen. Just like school, this is exact same thing gonna happen, buddy.
Yep. More coming, folks. More coming. Stick with us. So that's what we saw, folks. The project stall. The meeting. But look, story here. Spotted. Who we spot? Who sharing the damn live, man? Who's smashing the emoji button? Don't come and spectate here. Do something for yourself. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button. Look who we spot on the same project at HD. Y'all buy a Connie Blair. Y'all know Blair? Grasshopper Blair? He jumped from one party. He jumped back. He jumped to the side. He jumped to the front. A Connie Blair was the fella. And guy I'll board. That air on fire. Them boys bringing in oil for the oil company. And they're on tape saying who must get from the $100 per barrel oil. They can charge the government 100, but it's really 70. This body get 20, this body get 5, this body get 10, and so y'all know we must a little thing. You understand me? Airfan remove a Connie Blair. You board a guy. Who is foreman? Who is foreman on the project for the style school at HD? School at Bamia. But you don't expect the project style, man. You don't expect the project for style? It was a Connie Blair's the form.
The man got the own helmet with the name on it and things.
Spotted, folks, spotted. You see his friends and family? Friends, family, and favorite. That's PV. The man left Anug and gone back to PV now. Left Anug and he gone back to PV. Spotted. But look more story here. Look more story here. We going down. We here. Look how it's total confunction and nonsense. Now, Ramson had a big science fair, right? Not Ministry of Education. But the Lindens weren't having it. The Lindeners weren't having it. A couple of them turned out. We hear the trucking, a set of people too. A science fair by the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. Ramsey not able, but the Lindeners more able. They said, stop with that. Stop it. And a couple of them turned out to this quote-unquote science fair. All of a sudden, but we understand what happening here. We understand. Folks who sharing it damn live, who can smash the emoji, but we want folks to get valid, credible information. But we're going down the line. That's Linden, folks. That's Linden. I want some people to know we big, but we ain't stupid, right? I want you by Edghill know we big, but we ain't stupid. I hear Edghill talk some total confunction nonsense today in that National Assembly. It's frightening, right? One of the things that Edghill, a member of Parliament stood up and asked about the renaming of streets. Sorry, not renaming streets. Building streets, rehabilitating streets, fixing the potholes. Their member of Parliament, we boycotted them. Y'all want to suspend 8 of our members. Y'all want to keep this cost of living going up without any interventions. We want to talk to y'all. We even want to shake y'all hands. Much more to talk to y'all. Right? One of their MPs stood up in the National Assembly, said, Edghill, you remember they're all queued, right? Gail send them the notes, ask this question, ask that, say this, compliment. It's one farce. And even that, them alone in National Assembly, even that they can't get right. Even that, when they even talk and answer themselves, they can't get right. The thing was, ask him, how many roads are you fixing And where are these roads? Name some of the roads. Well, folks, they should have informed Edghill before the question was going to come. See, can they tell him, no, I can't answer this one. This is trouble. This is trouble. Edghill told the National Assembly and the people of this country, if I answer this question, it's going to disturb social cohesion in this country. If I tell you the names of the streets and where they're building, whether folks, Ghana is the greatest country in earth. Don't take me word for it. Listen to the bishop in his own words. He said, I name. For this is so funny, it's serious. It's so serious, it's funny. Edghill told this nation, he said, if I name where these streets are going to be laid out, it can disrupt social cohesion in this country. I can tell you what I mean in a second. Listen to Edghill. Bishop. And you understand why you fish up? Huh? The bishop himself.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to ask the Honorable Minister to share with this House information on some of the roads that were identified for upgrading on this line item. Because in our work in the communities, a lot of people would like to know if their roads are identified as for upgrading.
In this $3 billion, Honorable Minister, you want to lay over that list?
Mr. Chairman, for the avoidance of confusion and to not interrupt social cohesion in the country, it would be advisable that we don't, at this time, name 4th Street versus 2nd Street and 3rd Street versus 4th Street and Back Street versus 8th Street. But what we are doing is when we go into a community with a location that is available to that community, as much as can be done before we leave that community, we get done. For example, some streets just need sectional repairs. And rather than doing the whole 500 meters, you do the sectional repair.
Folks, you heard that. The man said to name the streets, but later disharmony. You want to disrupt. We are living in peace and harmony. And if I name what these streets are being repaired, it would disrupt social cohesion. You get vexed. That's what he's saying. If you hear with the street building, I've never heard this in the world. Right? It's not the billions that are thieving out can cause an imbalance in social cohesion. No, it's when the streets building. You understand me? But I see we say that David with us. David, you would name the streets.
Well, of course. But
what's this?
Sherrod Daniel clip tells us one thing. One, they just go for the money. They have no clue what they're going to do with it.
Break it up for me.
That they already know that the social cohesion and breakup is because that they're going to their own strongholds. That's what they're going to do. But
that's what they're doing.
If they tell us now where they're going, right? They can break up all nowhere. But so they want to go sneaking in the night, fix it at the night and so forth. You know what I mean? Say all the money done. But if they tell it, they're only going to this community, that bypassing all the opposition. If we say it now, that will of course disturb the social cohesion.
Wow.
So that is why he can't say it. Because he ain't got nothing for me. You know what I mean? Where you there, you buddy, you best buy new shocks or long boots. He is not telling you that this money here is to go and placate their supporters because the cost of living high, the handouts run out, the giveaways run finish, the same sugar workers and the fisher folks and those things like that. The ordinary public servants don't get they're not running south going to be done. So don't worry about that, folks. Don't look out.
He said it will cause social disunity.
Of
if
course,
you near where the roads are going to be,
all now social media be a light when you find out where he's actually going to go, where this money is going to go. So what he's going to do? They're just going to do the road. They're going to do it and finish it, And
based on something we saw recently too, something else that he said we found quite fascinating. Who shared the live tonight? Y'all just spectating. Share the live. Smash the emoji button first. Something else the bishop said, David, we found quite fascinating. We want you guys to take quite fascinating, right? Quite fascinating. We were talking about the quality of the roads, right? We see some recently quite suspect, right? But listen to the fellow first. He talked about the quality of the roads that they're producing. Listen to the fellow. The bishop.
I did hear a comment being made by a colleague from this honorable house, albeit under suspension at this time, about the quality of roads being done in one area and the quality being done in all areas. Let me make this very, very clear. All roads that are being done by the Ministry of Public Works are done to the same quality in every community, every time, every place. The only difference is that it's being done by different contractors.
Well, I vex with them. I vex with the bad. Because I just saw this road here by Thomas Lands. And then it's the quality that every community gets in. I don't know how we can live.
$30 million they paid for that. They didn't last 3 months.
30 million. And he says,
and they both said,
but every community getting the same quality of road. We saw this recently. Thomas Lands, folks. Thomas Land. This road I built 6 months ago. They didn't build I didn't even know if it built 2 months ago. And potholes. He said every road in this country being built with the same quality. This will be getting from them boys. How do you? I don't know if pothole is in the design even way to get pothole. You just build it with potholes, or what it is, because this road had potholes before. They kept it back or whatever they do, and it's more potholes coming. David, is what witchcraft is this?
Brother, you know what it is. They put their money they put their money for 2 inches of asphalted concrete. They put in half it, 1.5 inches gone to the boys. You mean, so don't worry that the numbers don't lie, the roads don't lie. You see all the roads under the coalition, and you could put it back under the coalition. The roads stood up. Look at how many of their roads they're doing now. Less than a year. This one here last 3 months, and they'll get up and blame the contractor. But somebody has to supervise them, somebody has to pay them, and somebody has to keep giving them work. That's what Edghill and them does. And of course, they'll tell you that all roads are built the same. Everybody knows that's not true. Everybody in Guyana, any road you see, you know that's not true. You know what I mean? They're building walkways with tin things as those is ice skating rings. That's what they're doing. Money for the boys. Money for the boys. Crumbs to the people. That's what's going on here. Money for the boys.
That's sad.
Feeding at the truck.
Sad. And you know what David talking about is true. What David is speaking about is true because we got a little evidence. Look, story here now. This fella wasn't playing with them over the weekend, right? If that is infrastructure, right? We saw Uncle here. Uncle said, you know what, this Fisher Folk cash grant, nothing irregular here. He said in every sector them by Stephen, right? And it was just trying to articulate where the billions going. Look, it's Stephen the thief in the out. Scams, Alibaba the 40 thieves. What thing happening? We saw Big Uncle over the weekend, and he was telling us, he said nothing irregular, but this Fisher Folk cash grant, nothing irregular. Harris Singh, he said all is not well with the Fisher Folk cash grant. We says the same old PPP, but don't take we word for it. Don't take we word for it. But this will even look political to me. But everybody, you see the economy biting people, and the little money they're giving, the little ravelins, even that, they're trying to thief out. Listen to Harish in your own words. He begging Mustafa, investigate them now. His friends, family, and favorites. Mustafa, if you care, if we really care, investigate them. They're thieving out everything. We ain't getting nothing. Shucks.
Good morning. My name is Harry Singh. I'm talking concern the grant, what the government say will give to fishermen. This is a boat license, and his name is not on the list. This is
All right, we gotta take it from the top. We want to hear everything clear.
Good morning. My name is Harry Singh. I'm talking concern the grant what the government say will give to fisherman. This is a boat license, and his name is not on the list. This is some of the worker, them name is not on the list. Some of them. Anyhow, the minister said that if you go for register and them not your name is not on the list, you will deal with them. Anyhow, I want to know what the minister gonna do now. This is the proof. I'd make contact with the chief fishery officer and tell him. He told me that his staff them do a good job. When I gone back to the fishery officer, they don't want to hear anything what I have to say. When you talking truth. Anyhow, I want to know all this bus driver, taxi driver, and all thing what they on this list, and their friends and company, family name is on this list. The minister should look into this thing and get it right. Lots of people name who walk on the river is not on the list. Now, the minister said this grant would give to fisherman how long? Until now we can't know when he go give. Do we have a co-op? But the minister tell me for farming region 2 we do it. Now, if this thing may come through the co-op, because it's the whole entire region 2 day in this. If it come through the co-op, very quick, this would have been rectified. We didn't get all this problem. No, they don't want that. Because we not thief and fraud like the fishery department. And if you can't thief and fraud, you can work along with this government. As long as you can thief and fraud, this government will accept you. But we not for that. We bring out the truth and the right things. Anyhow, I want to know when this money will give out to them. Because the fishery department, what we have in region 2 here, have 3 officers. Supposed to visit all landing site, take information. They're supposed to be able to know each and every fisherman on this region. If them not do their work and they not interact with fisherman, they can't know. And most likely that will happen. Because many times I just out on the watch side, where my boat enders come in, and they don't even talk to you. They just got special people, friend and company, who even got boat, and they might reach with them. When they go, who not got boat, all when they get hampan, so. That's what the fishery officer do over here, their family. Anyhow, just like how this boat not there on the list, you got many more not there in it. And I'm calling upon each and every fisherman who know that their name is not on the list and the fishery giving you a hard time, go out and protest peacefully for your right. And I want all fishermen to know this money is not no free money. It's you, the taxpayer money, is paying back this money here. So don't feel that it's free money government giving away. Government don't give free money. It's you money. And I can't understand why it takes so long. And I call in an all fisherman hold one head. There is a rumor going around rapidly in region 3. I communicate with a lot of fishermen. I'm one of the person from region 2. One person from region 2 here. Region 3, 4, 5, and 6 what was fighting for this money for fishermen. The rumor going around that one anchor seine owner what don't have no boat, none boat at all, have 5 license, been a drink with the chief fishery officer and the license officer. And sure, watch me got 5 license. He said, don't worry with that, we have it covered. When we confront them and tell them about the bribery area attack, people are calling name, you deny him. And this chief fishery officer there, he, since some year, the previous government got him, this one got him, and he never ever did one thing in this country for fishermen. If fishermen haven't come out and fight for this money here, they would have never get it. So, I want you, the fishermen, to hold one head and come together. Thank you very much.
David, I want to pretend I hear he say if you don't like corruption, this government I want to deal with you.
No, You heard it. You heard it, and everybody knows it. You know what I mean? You know that they are so comfortable with corruption. You know what I mean? They're more comfortable with corruption than their own fathers and their friends. I mean, that's how they live. That's how they survive. Corrupt. Every little thing that they do, they shave off 40%. Every little thing they do, it'll giving fishermen money, they thief them. Sugar brokers, they thief them. But then they haven't given public service, so they can't thief nothing yet. But when they get in public service, you can see them.
They're thieving it before they give it to them.
There's a rumor all the time about old age pension. More old age pension names on that list than they have people alive. Even old age pension money they thief. Every single thing. That's how they. That's what they're accustomed to, and that's their nature.
Remember, April wake up the other morning thinking about the cemetery.
Yes, exactly.
And this is corruption we're talking about. And what Harris Singh is pointing out here is corruption, right? Imagine that's in the fishing sector. On the very same weekend, David, Tony Vera releases a letter in the press, and he's talking about Gaisuko now. Them boys are getting the billions, just get 3.4 billion today, right? And here Tony Vera, in the press over the weekend, he says, good old crookishness and Gaisuko. They're trying to force down the throats in this nation some game tractor, right? Yeah. And the folks who know said this other tractor here, the John Deere or whatever the name is.
Yeah,
there's no bang for the buck for Guyanese people, right? Tony Vera resigned from the board of Gaisuko when the sugar short and the CEO sugar down. Maybe that's when the sugar short. And he said it's good old crookedness, it's corruption. That's what it is. Every sector in this country is permeated with corruption by these fellas. Out there.
But Sheriff, every single Guyanese know. In Guyana, outside Guyana, when you put a CEO there, every single Guyanese knew what's gonna happen. The man can't even run a cake shop. Can't organize a piss up in a brewery. And he came back and they tout him as a turnaround expert. All he does
How much is his salary, David? How much is his salary there?
No, but I heard the man's salary is something like $15,000 US per month, plus perks and those things like that. Venezuelan people
Venezuelan prostitutes and so on.
Yes, Venezuelan prostitutes. That's a line item, reimbursable expense you got there. You know what I mean? He hasn't done any single thing. Sugar.
Mind the girls, it's a distraction from the work. That's what he thinking. Yeah.
Well, there you go. You know what I mean? So and then he sits down and he assaults the workers. He takes away. You can't go into none of the factories with your camera, with your phone. He takes them away. So Rosal, before you go, the security takes away your phone because he doesn't want anybody to see how bad it is and what it. And this
maybe he wanted to disturb social condition,
right? Then of course now he has a this thing with the tractors. Never ever heard before. 350 years we doing sugar. Never ever brought these type of tractors. 350 years. He comes in 18 months, in 2 years. Said, all 350 years you have been doing it wrong.
He want game track. He playing games with Guyanese.
So that's what Tony Vera said. But there's sheer cockishness. Sheer crookedness going on there. And if you check, one of these tractors they're buying is almost $70 million. And you want to buy 20. Tony Vera said that he bought one in January and he had to pay $29 million to fix it in parts from January to now.
Wow.
So
that's money going.
Yeah. So you know what's happening. You know what it is, buddy. Money. People want to get fat. People want to make money.
And he done fat, so he can't move just now.
Yeah, the man put on weight while we eating razor blades, the man eating.
We getting thinner. We watching he getting fatter. You know.
And his best excuse for his short chip, people smuggling sugar. You look out you when you see a man running the bag of sugar, you say, you don't know that. If we're going to see something, but we're going to see something to eat, people smuggling sugar.
That's over there.
Stop those ganja. Stop doing cocaine. Sugar is now the biggest smuggle item now. That's why they're raiding the shops. They come in your house, see the money one side, sugar, thief in sugar.
You know, as an aside, David, the Trinidadians took about 70 million TT dollars of cocaine off the market just yesterday. But them boys, you know, the big money in sugar. That was a distraction for past the real thing.
Nobody want narcotics anymore. I mean, according to say so, I mean, sugar.
Yeah, them boys must give up for going to sugar. Give up the 70 million in coke as a distraction. Yeah, hold this. We really. The other thing we push it.
Yeah, we are bigger and better things, Gaisuko. But of course, when you add up the amount of money that Gaisuko got that haven't produced anything like that, you can see that it is more profitable than smuggling narcotics because you're producing less sugar, getting more money, legally.
Right.
So it's a big
employing just under 700 of the estate, but the estate closed. And paying them salary every month.
Yeah, the biggest racket you got is sugar smuggling. So you're sugar short, you got all this money here, they give me again another $4 billion. And you Kanu not going to raid a Gaisuko.
Yeah, because of course sugar is not an illegal substance.
You see why sugar smuggling is the way to go now.
Yeah. Who knew? David, thanks. That's going to do it for us this evening.
All right, boys. Thanks a lot, Sharon. Lovely to be with you.
Who knew? That's our time this evening, folks. Who knew? We're sugar all this time. Just like Gaisuko, y'all know we don't run on water. So, folks, be sure to partner with us. Y'all know we're available by Cash App and Zelle and PayPal. MMG, MoneyGram West. You know, that's how we keep these programs going. We need the sugar run-ins and we ain't sugar down neither. But because of your love and your generosity, we're going to continue to grow and to move from strength to strength. Thanks for partnering with us. Those of you who've done so in the past, those of you who are going to do so now, and those of you who continue to do so. We feel your love, folks. Thank you for your generosity as well. That's going to do it for us at this end. Pay some pound. I tell you, I'll be available by Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, MMG, MoneyGram, Western Union. That's it, folks. Thousands of you have stayed in the overtime with us, folks. Thousands of you. We want to ask you guys to share the live before you go. Share the live. Smash that emoji button, good folks. Good to have had all of you here with us this evening. I tell you, we got some folks dropping by. And we got a couple of things to talk. The man says a secret. State secrets. He won't tell you how we do in the streets. It will disrupt social cohesion. Folks, if the bishop says so, it must be true. Stay safe. By Karen Miller, Gwyneth Anderson, Joylyn Cook, Amanda Daniels, Alison Cortez, Vagabonds and Trench Crappos. I see Yvonne Daly's here as well. Jamal Aziz, share the live. Share the damn live. Smash that emoji button, good folks, and let me go down the road. Share. And those of you coming back to watch it later, share the damn live. You're not exempt. Share the live. That's going to do it.